dog in your life is thinking? Well, join me, Liz Murdoch, animal communicator, talking with the dogs and finding out what dogs want people in their lives to know and understand. I've spent my life talking and listening to animals. So if you consider yourself a dog person or just happen to have a dog, I'm here to help you learn how to talk or listen to the dogs in your life. I chat with people too, sharing stories and tips on exactly how animal communication or being a dog whisperer makes an impact at home or when working with the dogs. So welcome to Talking with the Dogs podcast, a place where we uncover exactly what dogs want us to know and celebrate that every dog has a story. Hi, today we're here with Daphne, who is 9 years old. She's in third grade. She has a dog named Hazel, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Hazel's sitting on your lap, looking at you lovingly. And we're going to find out a few things about Hazel, what she wants you to know, and answer any questions that you might have that you would like Hazel to answer for you. How does that sound?
Good.
Okay. So I'm going to look at Hazel. I get a sense of her just by looking at her. I look into her eyes and find out what she's thinking. Have you ever thought you could do that?
I mean, usually my mom asks me like a question, but usually if she doesn't like something, then I feel like I know, but I'm not sure that I know.
Okay. So you get a feeling inside of you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you ever get like a picture of what you think she wants?
No, not really.
Okay. So you get mostly feelings, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. So sometimes I get feelings. Sometimes I get pictures. Like I might see, like I can see her tap dancing up on her hind legs when she gets really excited about food. Like she does a little dance. Have you seen her do a little dance?
Usually she just runs around and then she runs to her bed, jumps in her bed, and then comes back.
Okay. So that could be like a dance. So I'm going to tell you what I'm getting from her of her favorite things. How does that sound?
Okay, good.
She thinks are her favorite things. Okay. So she has a lot of things in life that she says she's grateful for a lot of things in life. And there's many parts of her life that she would say are her favorite things. For instance, she likes your bedroom a lot. That's like a whole nother world to the house. And she likes that is very comfortable because there's lots of, I guess sometimes you've got your clothes on the floor and she likes being able to smell because she's got a big sniffer at her nose. So she likes your room because you've got your clothes, then you've got doll clothes or something that are smaller pieces. I don't know if there's just material on the floor sometimes that she likes. Do you know what those are? Maybe they're socks. There's just smaller things.
Yeah, or like my hair stuff maybe.
But it's cloth. It's material. It's so like scrunchies or...
Yeah.
Okay.
A scrunchie on my floor.
Okay. So the thing is that there's different smells. Like the hair scrunchies smell different than the dirty clothes that smell different from the clean clothes. And then there's the sheets. And then there's still like blankets on the floor or something that she can plop herself down into a bed.
Yeah, I have a bunch of like stuffed animals on my floor. And she just like when I have a pile of pillows or something on my bed or on my floor, she just likes to lay in the middle of them.
Yeah, she loves that, all that stuff. So that for her, she says your room is like an amusement park because there's lots of different things she can go to and they're different. Like the scrunchies are different from the stuffed animals, which are different from the clothes. So she loves, the word I'm getting is variety. She loves the variety of plush in your room because there's a lot of places for her to go. And they all smell different because they're very different kinds of, she just keeps saying things. They're very different from each other. So we got that with the stuffed animals, the pillows, the hair ties. Oh, she says sometimes you have shoes in your room, but you don't. Oh, dirty shoes are not supposed to be in your room.
They're not like dirty, just I don't usually have the shoes I wear every day. Those are just different shoes that I don't usually wear all the time, and I just put them in my room because I don't want them like somewhere else because it would just take up space because I don't wear them all the time.
But the shoes that you wear all the time, you don't keep in your room. Are those downstairs somewhere?
Yeah, they're either on the porch or in the closet.
Yeah. So she says that keeps things cleaner because you get mud and dirt on your shoes sometimes. And so she says those aren't in your room. And so she knows that things are supposed to be separate. And she says she sort of likes that because the rules in your house are to keep things tidy. And she likes that she knows what's expected in your house. And that's something that she really likes about living with you is that like the dirty shoes go downstairs someplace, but then she can go up to your room and it's like fresh air because it's cleaner than the dirty shoes. Yeah. But she loves going outside, but at your house, there's a place for things. Like some people houses are different. They might have everybody's shoes belong in their bedroom, but your house, the dirty shoes are outside. She just says they're in a different place. So she knows what's expected of her. And for her, that's very important. She likes structure. And she likes that she knows that when what's expected of her in your room, she gets to do whatever she wants for the most part. You two have an agreement that she thinks she shares the room, that it's really both of your rooms. Mm-hmm. Look, she's just so comfortable. So she thinks that it's her room too. We have an understanding. She says you and she have an understanding. And let me see what else she says. So she says she loves the rest of the house too. So it's a new house for you. You just moved in, sort of?
Yeah.
Okay. And she's been having fun exploring it and getting to know it. So it's like an adventure for both of you that you like exploring it too. And it's still like a game to find everything in the house.
Yeah.
Okay. And so that's another favorite thing that she likes to do with you is she follows you. Sometimes she's behind you. Sometimes she wants to show you things, but your adventures together is something else she really likes. Okay. And then, oh my gosh, she likes the room. She likes the adventures. She's the kind of dog is going to say she likes everything. Like she likes when you sit on the couch with your family, like she likes her alone time with you, but she also likes her time together with everybody because it's exciting. It's like to her, life is like an amusement park where sometimes you might go on a merry-go-round and other times it's a roller coaster or you play a game to win a stuffed animal. She is likes it all. Huh, Hazel? So she says you like to dress her up sometimes.
Yeah, I put my shirts on her.
She likes that. She likes that. She feels close to you, but she says it also keeps her warmer. Mm-hmm. And you put you put more than just shirts on her. Do you sometimes put something besides a shirt on her?
Like, what do you mean? Like her clothes? Like we bought clothes for her? Is that what you mean? Or like... Yeah.
So you put shirts, but you also put other things on her. And she likes the whole dress up. She says it's not a game though. Like when I was little and did dress up with my dog, it was more like I would put baby doll clothes on my dog. But you dress Hazel. She takes it seriously, like it's not a game, but it's like her outfits.
Yeah, I took a video of her and Hank. So Truman put his shirt on Hank. And then I put my shirt on Hazel, and we did like a fashion show, and they were on a leash, and they just walked down to the camera, and so she was wearing one of my shirts.
Yes, but does she have a pink outfit of her own? Can you think of anything?
No. I know we have a purple one, and then we have like one, it's a jacket with like pink here, white here, and then blue here. We have a really cute picture of her in that.
Is that something that's a dog outfit?
Yeah.
Okay. So she likes that a lot. I get an image of her with this pink on her, and she likes that. So she likes all the different outfits. And she says that when you put them on her, you're very gentle. Like if you like making videos, she said, we can make a video on how to dress a dog so that if someone else were to do it, they would know how to put it on gently so the dog likes it, because you do it in a way that she likes. So she says that's important.
Okay.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Do you want me to keep going, or do you want to ask one of your questions?
So here's a really important question that we need to figure out. Why is she always like peeing and pooping on the floors after she goes on a walk? Okay.
So she says, well, I'm sorry, but she's trying to say she didn't realize that she's supposed to do that on the walk, that she is having so much fun on the walk, exploring the world, that she forgets to go. She gets caught up in the activity of the walk. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So she says that you could probably, she says we can change that. She doesn't mean to cause the frustration, and she sort of can't help it because she doesn't mean to do it. She didn't always do this. Yeah. Do you remember when you got her, she was going potty outside?
Yeah, she really likes to pee on my rug for some reason. So, like, it's just constantly. And, like, so she's peed on, like, mostly every part of my rug.
Okay. So you're going to have to get the rug out of there and wash the rug. And, you know, you probably have washed it. But she says she's just used to it now. And it's sort of like when you work with a dog trainer and they tell you this is what you need to do, and then you need to keep practicing and being consistent. That's what you're going to need to do with Hazel, because she says she's used to it, but she also says that she gets caught up in the walk and everything you're doing, that she forgets to go. And then she comes home and she feels like that's a safe place for her to go. Like some people live in apartments and have potty pads for their pets to go on. And the dogs are trained to know that that's okay to go in a certain place inside the house, sort of like a cat in the cat box with kitty litter.
Yeah.
Hazel, what I'm getting from Hazel is that she sort of thinks that if she's going to have to go in the house, that's her spot. And so she goes there. She feels safe because you are so nice to her that she's like, oh, I just have to go to the bathroom. And so I'm going to go here. But if you remember she thinks of it, when I first came to your house, I went outside most of the time. And she said, we need to go back to where we go outside to take me for a walk to go to the bathroom. And then we explore the world kind of thing. Like she's doing her business. Do you know what I'm talking about?
So like we take her on a walk and then we put her outside to explore.
No, you can still go on a walk where she explores, and like you all like to explore because those are fun. You don't want to take those away, but you can not let her sniff so much until she goes to the bathroom. Or sorry. She wants to do it her way. She's sort of stubborn. I see you, Hazel. So Hazel, when you go to the bathroom, when you go for a walk, you need to go for a walk and you sort of keep moving. Like when you're in a hurry, say in the morning when you go to school and you arrive at school and you know what you're supposed to do, where you put your things, you go, and then you don't say, oh, I'm hungry, I'm going to have a snack right now. You know you're supposed to wait till a certain time, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Hazel needs to sort of know that when she goes outside, she needs to go to the bathroom, or however you're going to do it. You're going to go to, and this is something you and your family can figure out how you want it to work, whether you have your favorite walk, you sort of let her sniff, and then you can train her. My dogs all know if I were to say, okay, certain words like you're going to go outside and go potty, they'll go do it. So you can train her to, at a certain spot, if there's a spot on your walk that she likes, you take her there, she goes potty. But she needs to know, she wants you to work with her to remind her that that's where you want her to go, and that you're not, that there's going to be a consistent, like the same trip is expected of her when she's going to the bathroom. Now, if you want it to be like she goes in the backyard, you're just going to have to help her to know when that, okay, you're going to take her outside so she can go to the bathroom, and you figure out whatever words you want to say. Hazel, it's time to go to the bathroom, or whatever you want to say. Is there something that your family already says to when she goes?
No.
Okay. So that's something you can figure out, because she's saying that she forgets to go because sometimes she's just keeping up with you because you're walking faster. Sometimes there's more of you on the walk, so her walks aren't always the same. Sometimes it's just your mom. Sometimes it's you and your mom. Sometimes I can see you're all there. Mm-hmm. It's different. And so she gets caught up in all that activity, because remember, to her, life is like going to a carnival.
Yeah.
So she forgets. And sometimes people forget that they have to go to the bathroom until it's like, oh my gosh, I have to go. So so that's the same. She says that's the same predicament she's in. She gets all excited about doing the walk, and then she comes home and goes.
Okay.
Do you think you guys can figure something out to help her?
Yeah, I think we're going to say, like, maybe, Hazel, it's time to go to the bathroom. When you do that, then you can go explore or something like that.
Yeah. She'll figure that out.
Does she want to go on, like, a longer walk to have more exploring time and going to the bathroom?
She says she loves the exploring time. Mm-hmm. She says sometimes we run out of time at our house because they're doing so many things. She says you can't dilly-dally when it's time. Like if your mom's ready to go, you need to go to, and you're going, you need to go. So then you'll have more time on the walk rather than them waiting for you to come. Are they ever waiting for you to come sometimes?
If I'm putting my shoes on outside, yes, because it doesn't take me that long. But if I'm like hurrying to get ready, they just already go.
Okay. So that's when maybe you need a 5-minute warning. Oh, we're going to leave for the walk so you can have more time to get ready, because they're waiting for you. And then she gets a shorter walk because they're waiting. So she would love to go for longer walks. She loves walks. She loves lots of walks. She likes it when you're there. But when you come running to catch up, then she stops and looks back at you so you could come.
Yeah, she does that all the time. Like, I run to catch up to my parents, like when they walk the dogs in the morning. And then her and Hank just turn around and are like, oh, Daphne's here now.
Yes. Well, when they turn around, that's her sniff and potty time. And she's more interested in you than even sniffing. So she's excited you're coming. So it might be good if you had however much time you need, a 5 or 10 minute warning. Okay, we're leaving in 10 minutes. Hazel doesn't want to wait. Then you have extra time to get ready so you can all walk together. And then she doesn't have to get distracted from her business and turn around and look for you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So all of that goes back to that she doesn't want to go potty in the house, but she needs help to remember to go when she's on the walk. Because if every single day, and this doesn't mean you have to do this at your house, if every single day was at 7 a.m., we go for a walk for 15 minutes, and then she goes potty, and then we come back inside and she takes a nap and does whatever she does for the day. But at your house, the walks are all different. Sometimes it's later, sometimes it's earlier, sometimes it's one person, sometimes it's 4 people and Hank, and sometimes Hank's not there. So she's like, it's okay to do it that way, but you want to make sure she knows that part of the walk is when she's supposed to do her potty business. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So you just all need to figure out how you want to do that. And then you can not have her go in, if she hasn't gone to the bathroom, then you need to stay outside or not let her go upstairs or anywhere until she's gone to the bathroom. Like you can walk her around the yard and then praise her and say, all done, or whatever you want to say, good girl, whatever you want to say. so that she's praised and she does it outside and then she's allowed in.
Okay. So like when we come home from the walk, if she doesn't poop or something, then I just walk her around the yard until she does that, so she doesn't do it inside?
Yes. Now, here's the other thing, because I see the water in your house. Do you have a water bowl for her that's with a lot of water in it inside?
We have one bowl for both of them, but Hank usually drinks most of the water.
Right.
So that's why he pees on it.
The bowl's inside. She can have water whenever she wants.
Yeah, the bowls are downstairs.
Yes. So here's the deal, is that she is able to drink a lot of water. And when she eats, like a lot of dogs, if you keep track of it, you can find out when they're going to go to the bathroom after they eat, or they get in a system, sort of like people. So if she's having water all day long, it's hard to know when she needs to go to the bathroom. But if you give her water and then you've seen her drink, you know, and it depends on the dog. Some dogs have to go right after they drink and others can wait a couple hours or 5 hours. It depends on the dog. Like puppies are still learning, so they go to the bathroom more frequently. But if you figure out that when she's having her meal, she'll probably have to go to the bathroom within an hour or so of having her meal. Or the way her body works, she might always need to go to the bathroom first thing in the morning. Okay. Have you ever noticed her patterns?
Yeah. Usually we walk her, then feed her. Yeah.
If you feed her first, she'll probably go to the bathroom after she's eaten.
Okay.
So I know that's changing something, but she's not thinking she has to go to the bathroom outside on a walk. And so feeding her will help her. Feeding her before the walk will help her go to the bathroom, because if you feed her after a walk and then you want her to take a nap for 3 or 4 hours, she's going to go to the bathroom inside. Do you notice that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you need to switch it. So she's eating and then she's going for a walk and she can go potty. And it's also good to let them go potty the first thing when they wake up in the morning, and you'll just start to notice her. But she keeps saying, why didn't you tell me or help me? Turn the walks into part of her bathroom time and you'll see a difference, because she thinks the walk is for fun and the rug is still on your floor. So she thinks that's my spot where I can go.
So I need to take the rug away.
Yes.
And get a new one?
You can get a new one, or you can clean it. And you want to make sure it doesn't smell that she's like, this is where I went to the bathroom. I'm going to go here again because that was okay. Because some dogs do that. It's the marking of it. It's their scent. And they think, I can go here. You want her to think, I need to go outside. Okay. Yeah. So if you want a rug in your room, a lot of people do like rugs. It's nice to have a rug in your room. If you want a rug, you want to make sure it's not one that she smells and feels like she can go potty on. And then you want to make sure that when she's coming to your room, she's already gone to the bathroom, so she's not going to do it again.
Mm-hmm. So why does she do it in secret? Like, she doesn't let anyone else. She does it usually at night when she sleeps with me. But why does she do it in secret instead of like in front of people? Well,
some dogs are that way. I have 3 dogs, and one of my dogs, he doesn't like to go for a walk he doesn't like to go to the bathroom on a walk. He likes to do it in a bush. And so if we're on a walk and he has to go, he'll find a bush and go there. But usually he does it in our backyard. And that's okay, because he's done that since he was a puppy when we got him. So sometimes it's just the personality of the dog, but I think she just has to go. So she says it's not so much in secret. It's just that she has to really go. And that if she understands it's okay and you start praising her on the walk, she'll go, because she used to do it. She said she did it all the time. Do you remember her doing it all the time?
Yeah.
Okay, so she used to go to the bathroom on the walks. Now she's gotten comfortable. She's sort of lazy, but she says, make sure before you go to bed, and that she goes to bed, she gets to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, we do it like when, like at night, and like in the middle of the day, like not just once in the middle of the day, just like 4 or 5 times in the middle of the day. And then we do one in the like at 6 and then 9 or something like that.
And so she's going to the bathroom outside during the day more than at nighttime?
Well, like once Truman and I go to sleep.
Yeah.
My parents take her for a walk. Well, both of them for a walk. And then so they can finish what they need to do outside at the end of the day.
That's good. Okay. So, but you're saying she's still waking up in the night and going?
Yeah.
Okay. So this goes back to the water. She comes home from a walk at nighttime and has a big sip of water. Sometimes she has to go and she knows she can on the rug. That's what I'm getting. But you've got to watch the water intake with her. And I'm trying to see if there's anything that I'm feeling in her body or that she's showing, like she needs to see the vet to make sure she doesn't have a medical reason that she's going to the bathroom in the house. I see it more that it's this rug. She knows she can go there and she's drinking water and she just has to go to the bathroom. But once you try those things with the rug and making sure that has a chance to go to the bathroom after she's had water, then you might want to check with the vet.
Okay.
Because I'm not a doctor, so I can't say, oh, your dog is completely fine and doesn't have like a bladder issue. But what I'm getting from her is that she still thinks it's okay to go on the rug if she has to really go. And you want to help train her to go back to how she used to be. Oh, I have time to go. My family's going to wait for me while I go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
You want to give her enough time. Because say you stop and you see friends and you chit chat, or you see a pretty flower and Hazel's waiting or she's waiting for you, then sometimes I think she feels rushed to do her bathroom business on the walk. So she saves that and does that at home when she can have more time.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Do you think you know what you want to try with her?
Yeah, I think I want to, instead of, getting up really, really, really early to take her on the first walk, maybe, get up at 7 and do that. So then, after that, we'll feed her, hold on, and then, maybe 30 minutes after that, take them on another walk.
You could do that, or do you let her out in your backyard to go to the bathroom or somewhere so you don't have to do a full walk?
We let her out to, play and stuff, but she does that, and Hank does that. They like to pee in the plant bed, and we, when we let them out to play, that's also their time to do something that they need to do outside.
Okay, so you want to make sure that after she's eaten, she has a chance, like a half an hour later or so, to go to the bathroom. So if it's okay in the plant bed, then let her go there. But you want her to know outside spots that are her place she can go. And you can even praise her, good girl. So every time she goes, a lot of people do that when they're training a dog, they praise them. And, good girl or whatever you want to say. And you can say, oh, that's good, Potty. Whatever you want to say, so that it reinforces her every time she does it, and she knows it's okay. And then she'll get used to it, though. So you want to make sure that once you figure out the schedule that works at your house, you can always do it. You want to be consistent for the most part. Like if you're not there, your dad's still doing it, or whoever. So the whole family knows what is the schedule that she needs. Even, does that make sense?
Yeah, she also likes to pee, like there are two trees with moss in between them. She likes to pee in the like moss and pee around that section.
Okay, so see, you've got several places that you know she likes to go. So if it's bedtime and you don't have time for a long walk, but you know she was thirsty or something, you can take her out to that spot and she'll probably go there because she associates your rug as like that mossy spot or the flower bed where she can go.
Mm-hmm.
And you can even take her there first before you start your big adventure walk any time of day. And you can tell her, go potty, Hazel. And then she's at that spot, she'll go. And then the rest of the walk, she may just have fun and sniff, but she's had the chance. The other thing is if she hasn't gone on your walk, before you go inside, you can take her to the flower bed or the moss where she's allowed to go and you know she likes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Okay.
So I am getting from her that she's done on that topic and that, that you have a plan that we can try. Mm-hmm. So do you have another question or you want me to keep asking her questions?
I have a question. Why is she here? I'm just skip down because this, like, why is she licking Hank's eyes and mouth all the time?
Okay. So she likes how it tastes. She's connecting to him, but she started doing this when you got her though, didn't? Wait. When she first met Hank, they didn't come at exactly the same time.
No.
But when they first met at your house, she said she did it a little bit then. She just is doing it more now.
Yeah.
She's always done this.
Mm-hmm.
So part of it, I think, is so she likes it. I get a salty, she likes the taste. It's sort of a saltiness. I think it's reassuring to her. It's a comfort with him that I don't know whether it's like her thinking he's like her mother and it's like nursing, but it's just like it's a reassurance thing that she has with him.
Okay.
So, okay. Do you notice when sometimes she does it more than other times?
Yeah.
So when she's excited or needs to calm down, she does it more often.
Mm-hmm. Like when she doesn't see Hank for 20 minutes, she does it a lot. I think because she's like excited to see Hank or something.
That's what she does. It's like, exactly. Like, it's like giving someone a hug or a hold on tight hug. You're so glad to see them. For her, that's how she connects with Hank, is to do that. And when if she's been excited or scared, she'll go to him she'll go to you, but all of you, but she does it in a way that helps her when she still feels a need to get sort of calmed down by Hank and connected with him. She likes to reconnect.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's why she's doing it.
What does Hazel want me to do less? Like us to do less?
Oh, okay. Loud noises. When it gets too loud. And now, okay, so she likes excitement. She says, but when the house gets, all of you are home, and I guess you're all home, probably not. Well, you're not all home. I guess when everyone is home, like sometimes you're in your family is maybe in an office working or in a room and you have like it's quieter time. She likes that. But when everyone gets all together or comes out of their rooms and is doing things and has to come and go like this, running around or just, I have to go do this, I'm working, or like someone's in the kitchen cooking, or two people might be cooking and they're moving around a kitchen. When it gets more hectic and it gets louder, she gets overwhelmed. It gets her keyed up and then she doesn't know where to go because she wants to see it all. We're back to the carnival kind of thing. So she's saying that's a harder time for her because she doesn't know where to look. So I'm thinking, what is it, Hazel, that you want less of? Oh, distractions. Now, how are you going to do that with the family? Okay. So she says, when there's a lot going on, what are you trying to say? You want less of? She wants less of help her have less of the feeling of she doesn't know where to go or what to do. So that if you and your brother are running around doing stuff, she doesn't know what to do, where to go. She doesn't want to get caught in the middle of people, like, because she's little and they're moving throughout the house like that. She says they could trip on me. Have you ever tripped on her? Not you, but other people almost tripped on her.
Not that I remember, but probably.
You may not have seen it. You wouldn't know because you weren't there, she says. But sometimes she feels like she's going to get trampled on, whether it's Hank following your brother or just whatever. She wants to know where she can go. I guess what she's saying is she wants less commotion, but you're not really going to have less commotion because you're normal people in a house. But what she would like then, her own bed where she can go that's out of the way. There we go.
Yeah. So one of my questions was, does she want a big enough crate where she can move around and just be alone in?
Yes.
That's what I was thinking, but my mom's like, no, she already has a crate. But I'm like, no, Mommy, that crate's too small and she still can't see people. She wants to still be able to see people.
You're right. You do know. She does want to see people and she wants it comfortable inside, like with a comfy dog bed inside, blankets where she can snuggle. But I bet that you and your mom could figure out a place where she could have that crate. You can put Hazel's crate that Hazel can still see. And there are some crates that have handles that you can move it so that if you're all in the kitchen and then you go to another room, you can take it with you, because she definitely wants to be with you, but the commotion overwhelms her. What she considers it commotion, what you might think is, hey, we're just unpacking groceries and putting them away, and I'm doing my homework and someone's cooking. It's normal. For her, she gets, especially at the end of the day, she's tired from trying to keep up with everything. And you're right. She needs a safe place to go.
I think I can put it over there next to my bed. There's an open space where I used to have my bean bag. And I probably won't ever shut the door so she doesn't feel trapped.
No, she doesn't want to feel trapped. But the thing is, if you're all downstairs and say you have friends over or you're having a party, she might want to be downstairs, but she might still want to be in her crate. So you want a crate that you can move so that
pick up and move around. And I don't think she likes being in the crate when you're moving it around, because then you could drop it, you could do something. I think she just could follow you and then she can go in it.
That's right. And even when she's in it, you can keep the door open a lot. I have a dog who loves the crate. In fact, he's not in it now, but a lot of the time it's the door is open and he just goes in by himself and he loves it. So yes, you could definitely do that. And it doesn't need to be a huge crate, but enough so she could probably stand and turn around.
Yeah.
There's so many good crates. There's some that if it's in the way and you're not going to need to put her in it, that they collapse and you can put away. But I think you're on to something, Daphne.
Yeah. And I think it would be a size that, not Hank's size, because, whoa, that would be too big. But maybe a size that a beagle would go in. Not much bigger, just a little bit bigger, so she can, if she wants to, roll around or twirl or play in it, then she has enough room to do that. And in the crate that we have now, it's an airplane crate where she can't see out. She can only see out of these little holes and the door. And I feel like she just wants to see people and still be loved when she's in the crate. And like maybe for holidays, like we can decorate the crate so it's not so boring.
This sounds perfect. I think you know exactly. When you keep talking about that, what you feel that she needs, that's like hearing it from her. That's how I feel things about other dogs and Daphne. And that's how they communicate to us sometimes is we get a feeling. And I think that's exactly what you're doing. You're feeling what she's telling you that she needs and wants. And it sounds like maybe the crate that you have for her, she's outgrown. Even when a small dog gains a pound or two, that can make a difference with like a dog sweater or a collar or a crate. And you want the right size crate. And there's all different kinds. And I bet you can find one that she likes and that she can see out of. And it'll make it simpler for everyone because you can put her in the crate. And when you need to shut the door, she'll be so used to it. And she understands this isn't a punishment. This is keeping me safe from the commotion that I don't always like. Sometimes I love it, but sometimes it's too much. Then you put her in the crate and you know she's safe and out of the way and you don't have to worry about her.
Yeah.
So
does she want, like, is my bed too high for her? Well, I don't think it is because it's, like, really low, but are there any beds that are way too high and she can't jump onto that she wants, like, stairs or, like, something to help her get up instead of, like, if you're not there and she just wants to sleep on your bed, to have, like, stairs that go up to your bed?
Okay, so she says that she's not really supposed to be on all the beds, so that she says she loves how you take good care of her. I don't know if your dad wants her on the bed. I get a sense from her that she says I'm not allowed on all the furniture. Some of it's higher, but it's okay because she's not supposed to be on that bed. Or is there a couch she's not supposed to be on? There's something.
Yeah, she's not allowed to go on any of our couches because we used to let her do that. And I'm like, well, if she can't sit on this couch, I'm going to sit on the floor with her. So, but on our old house, she was able to. So I think that's why she thinks it's okay. But we don't want fur all over our couch anymore. But if it was my couch, I would just let her on. I mean, I don't care.
Okay. Yeah, she knows she's not supposed to go on everything. But so, yeah, so no, she doesn't need stairs.
Okay.
That would be confusing. She likes it when it's clear. But she says sometimes she prefers to be picked up. If you were going to get stairs, she says, if you can only buy one thing, get the crate first.
Yeah, I would do that.
Okay, so
I feel like she needs like somewhere where she can just be alone. Like my room is where, well, our room is where we can both be alone. But I feel like she should have a special place in my room that she can be alone. Like even if she wants to like even get away from me, like my bed is usually where I go for this. She usually goes to my beanbag right now because she loves sleeping on my beanbag, because whenever I have her in my room and she's sleeping with me on my bed, she gets up and goes over to my beanbag and I hear her moving around on my beanbag, and then I wake up saying, oh, well, there's Hazel. She's on my beanbag.
So, yeah. But she also says the thing that she likes about the crate is that if you're not home and she wants to be with, like, your mom can take the crate and she can go in the crate when your mom is working. So she likes the crate being moved around.
Okay.
Okay. So she will go into that for sure. Okay, so now what else? Yeah, so as should you buy stairs? Yeah, she would use them, but she says she's also fine with you picking her up and putting her on the bed, like you have her on your lap now.
All right. So she doesn't like the crate we have now.
Cramped.
Yeah, That's what I thought. Like, if I was her, I'd be like, I just don't like that crate. It feels like I'm trapped. Whenever I'm in it, the door's shut. It just doesn't feel a place. It doesn't feel safe. So she makes a groaning sound sometimes, and I feel like that's when she doesn't like something, but I'm not sure.
So remember when you had a feeling about the crate?
Mm-hmm.
And you decided you're probably right? Whenever you get a feeling about something, you're probably right. Some of it's true. So I want you to keep honoring that if she's making a groaning sound, there's something she's trying to tell you.
Yeah. But it's not like a happy groaning sound. It's like when she's sleeping or something and I pick her up, she makes the groaning sound. I think it's because she doesn't want that to happen right now, or like she just doesn't like it or something like that.
Okay, you're right. So the next thing is to figure out what a message means. So what I get from her is that she doesn't like it because it's the way you're doing it and it's uncomfortable. So like I might, have you ever shook hands with somebody and it was like, oh, that's too hard. Like they squeezed your hand too tight. So,
yeah.
Okay. But they probably didn't mean to hurt you. It's just shaking hands. People shake hands differently. When you pick her up a certain way and she groans, she's letting you know, oh, I don't really like it that way. And little dogs can be sensitive. I mean, big dogs too. Little dogs can be sensitive in their arms and their bodies and how they're handled. So I want you to pay attention, like with her going to the bathroom in the schedule, pay attention when you pick her up and she groans. Oh, just that awareness, she groaned. Oh, she groaned yesterday when I did it that way. But when I moved her this way, she didn't. I think she doesn't like it that way. And after a while of really being like active listening and being really aware, you'll notice exactly what she's meaning.
Okay. Looking at all the questions and trying to find one that I should. Where does Hazel want to sleep? Like, where does she most enjoy sleeping?
Oh, okay. So she says it's not so much about where, but it's how she's able to sleep. Like she likes cuddling in your lap like that. Mm-hmm. She likes that she can get all nestled with the blankets. She's fine whether she does that with you or somebody else or alone, but she wants to be able to sleep like that. She could even sleep like that in her crate. For her, if she had to sleep downstairs, even if it was on the couch, but there was no blankets and it wasn't comfy, she wouldn't want to sleep there. For her, it's all about the comfort in the nest and being warm and close.
Okay.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So why does she always lick everyone? Like, I know dogs, like, they lick people, but they don't do it as much as she does. Like, she does it like, look, ready? When she starts licking you, she won't stop licking you.
Okay. So one, because she does it because people let her. And two, it's back to why she licks Hank so much. She's connecting. She says sometimes she's doing it because she wants to taste what's on the hands and get to know, but it's also a way for her to connect.
Mm-hmm.
That's what she's saying to me.
Okay, so she likes to taste stuff.
If your hands are dirty, say you just had dinner and you put your hand down, she's going to lick it because odds are you have something on your hand. Or if you've been out at school and you come home and you don't wash your hands, that's like sniffing. She's like, oh, what has your day been like? So she's getting a sense too from licking. But for her, it's a lick is also like a hug. It's
hug me, Hazel. Hug me. Don't lick me. No, I don't know.
Like right now, there. When you redirect her and show her you don't like it, she'll learn it's enough. And you can also, if you pick certain words, whether it's enough or no licking or whatever word you want to use, you can train her to stop licking so much?
Yeah, what we usually say is, we don't like licking. But we don't like saying it. We don't like saying it in a normal voice. We like saying it in a high voice because we think they like being talked to happy. Even if you're mad, we still talk to like this. We do. Say I like it. Say I like it.
Daphne, when you say it to her that way, she doesn't lick you. Do you notice that?
Yeah, she does not lick me.
So she knows what it means. So just keep doing that every time she does it.
Okay. So first things first, please don't lick my face. Okay. Thank you. Let's go. And stop peeing on my rug. Please. Please. Okay. Good.
Okay. So you know what you just did, you silly? You said all that to her and she listened and then she licked your nose and you let her do it. Mm-hmm. So that's what's called a mixed message. Don't do it, but it's okay. So you want to make sure that you can figure out, it's like a hug. Someone can give you a hug. You know, it can be even like your mom gives you a hug, but at some point you might be like, okay, I'm done. I don't want a hug.
Yeah.
You want to make sure with Hazel that if you're going to let her lick you sometimes, she's going to respect when you say, okay, no more. Just like when you say no more hug, they stop. Hazel, no more lick.
Mm-hmm. So I just don't want her like thinking she can lick everyone all the time because maybe people don't like it sometimes. Like they're like, huh. But sometimes they like it because, you know, they think that she likes them. And Hazel usually likes everyone. I mean.
So you're going to help her and you're going to help your friend or whoever it is.
Again. Please stop it. Can you stop?
Daphne,
okay.
If I came to your house and she licked me once, it might be, oh, okay, hi, nice to meet you. But say she kept licking and I said, oh, and I'm trying to be polite and you can tell that I'm like, oh, she licks a lot. Then you would have to step in and say it in the way that she knows, oh, Hazel, no more licking. Because that's your job as her person to make sure that that you're protecting other people from her doing something she doesn't like, whether it's jumping on them or licking. It's all the same thing. It's your family's job to teach her not to do something to your guests.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
All right. So I want to find out if there's what she wants you to know. I always do that on my podcast. So are you ready for that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Hazel, we talked about a lot of things. What would you like Daphne to know that she might not know that's on your mind? Okay. So she says she really likes you, which you know. She says she's interested in your lunch. I guess sometimes you bring a lunchbox home or a bag home from school and haven't eaten all your food. And she said she would like to be involved in what's in that bag. She knows there's food in there and she would like to have some of it. And I guess did you and your mom talk about the lunch you haven't eaten?
So Hazel, like my mom and dad say we're not allowed to feed her like human food.
Uh-huh.
So that's why, but my brother, he's always like feeding her stuff, so it makes her beg. So we're trying to teach her not to beg of our food, that she needs to just go and have her own food. Like she gets a chance to eat and she doesn't get our food because that's our chance to eat. We don't take her away her food. It's just we don't like her begging, like at the table.
So here's my question. When you come home from school, well, I guess now you're home, but typically you don't eat all your lunch. There's leftover lunch in your food, right?
Sometimes, not all the time.
Okay, but when there is, Hazel's aware that there's leftovers. Now, I guess there's a conversation and she watches you or your mom take out this food and talk about this leftover food, and she's like wants some of it. Maybe your brother does he give her some of his leftover food? There's something.
No, he just feeds her stuff that she shouldn't have.
Okay, so she's perplexed that if he does, she wants you to feed her this leftover food. So that's what she wants you to know. She wants you to do that. So she's perplexed, I guess, why he can do it and you don't. And I understand because you're trying to take good care of her. So that's what she's saying she wants. I definitely see her looking up at this lunch and wanting your leftover food. So,
yeah.
Okay. So Hazel, you're not allowed to have that leftover food. You need, okay. She knows that she doesn't do well. Her stomach gets too big when she eats other food and too much. Okay. So, but she wants you to know that she wants some of your leftovers and you're saying she's not going to get it. And
I usually feed her, like, if I did feed her stuff, I would, like, feed her a small amount. Like, if I fed her fruit, that's usually what I feed her sometimes. I would get one grape and split it into, like, small pieces so it's easier to eat. And then I wouldn't give her a second one. I would just give her one.
Okay. Well, she appreciates the people food. That's good. You have to be really careful with grapes and dogs. But she's asking you to keep doing that. She likes that people food. She likes when you feed her. I guess when you and your family decides what you're going to give her, whether it's any kind of scraps. And I mean, some people food is healthy for dogs, like broccoli or cooked spinach. Anyway, whatever, she's asking that whatever food you have, and it started with the lunchbox, whatever food that you can give her, she really wants it. And not that doesn't mean that you need to do that, but that's what she's aware of is this food issue and that she wants some.
Usually sometimes like for Hank, we put rice in his and then we're like, well, it wouldn't be fair if we just gave Hank rice and his food. So we give Hazel a little bit of rice and sometimes there's egg in it too. But maybe when I start feeding her or when I feed her, I could get like broccoli and like sprinkle some of the like topping off of it. So it's not a lot and just a little taste.
Yes, that's what she wants. She is a foodie and a beggar, but some of it can be good for her. So that could be a project to figure out what is healthy people food that you can give her that you might not eat. Like if you cut your vegetables, you can cut the part that you don't eat. Some of it is really good for a dog, but that's what she's asking for.
Okay.
So that's about everything. Do you have any questions that you're dying to know that we didn't get to?
Does she like longer or shorter baths, or does she like not like them in general?
In general, she doesn't like them that much. She says some of them are okay, but she's really picky. She wants the water just perfect, not too hot, not too cold. She doesn't want it to be too long. It has to be a certain kind of a bath. Like you do 1, 2, 3, we're done kind of thing. The water's perfect. The towel's right there. She gets snuggled and not too much soap. She's very picky about her bath, but at the end of it, when she's all clean, she does like being clean.
What does Hazel like? If Hazel could choose out a name for herself, what would she want us to call her? Like, even if it was Hazel or like a nickname or something, what would she want us to call her?
So she likes her name. She says you do have a nickname for her. And yeah, you do have a nickname for her. It's like, for some reason I'm thinking like Hannah Banana, but she likes how you talk to her is what's more important. She says you have a nickname. You have several, but there's a main one that you and your mom call her, I guess. And that's fine. She doesn't care. She's fine with Hazel. She says it doesn't matter. She likes Hazel because it's who she is. But she also says you have a nickname, but it's the way you talk to her. She doesn't like wait, she doesn't like sharp voices. She likes the lovey voice that you showed earlier, how you talk to her. She likes that, but she doesn't like a screech, which she says doesn't happen very often. But
yeah, but when we're mad at her, we don't talk in our lovey voice. We either talk like this or a little bit like angrier.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she doesn't like that, but she says I immediately see her tail go down, and she sort of is afraid. She doesn't like that voice, but if you're angry and she's done something, then you're angry. But she likes it when things are more normal or the lovey. But she says you can call her whatever. She likes the nickname. She just likes when everyone's, happy and talking nicely. That's what's most important to her.
Okay, I think those are all the important questions.
Well, good. It was fun talking to you and to Hazel. I love that she was completely relaxed the entire time in your lap.
Yep, she's been sleeping this whole time.
Yes. So if you ever post the videos of her fashion show, I'll have your mom let me know if you want people to take a peek at her. But otherwise, keep having fun with Hazel. And it sounds like you're really trying to take the best care you can of her. And that's great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think we can. So the video we took of her was not on a phone. It was like on one of those cameras where something like flips open right there.
Uh-huh.
I don't know how to send stuff. I just know how to take stuff on that. But maybe we could figure out how to send it to you.
It's okay. It's up to you. Some people like to have their things shared, and some people it's just for their family. So it's no pressure. It's just, I offer it to people when they're on the podcast. If there's something they want to share, they can. But you share a lot that can help a lot of people understand how to take care of their dog. So thank you.
I think I'll try to figure it out.
All right. Well, Daphne, thank you so much for your time today. I really appreciate it. And I'm sure it can help some other kids learn how to take good care of their dogs, and grown-ups too.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in to Talking with the Dogs. Hope today's episode made you want to understand your own dog better and appreciate that every dog has a story and something to say. Subscribe now for more dog stories and insights into animal communication and what it's like to be a dog whisperer. Review this episode on Apple Podcasts or follow Talking with the Dogs on Instagram or Facebook and sign up for a chance for you and your dog to be a guest on the show. Whatever you do, I hope you'll spend time talking with the dogs.